Welcome to City on a Hill Gaming, a tabletop RPG actual play and discussion podcast. We hope you enjoy our show. Welcome back to City on a Hill Gaming. I am your Ryan. Hi. I am, however, not your purveyor of nonsense this evening. We will get to your purveyor of nonsense here in just a second. We'll go around the voice call, introduce everybody. Justin, say hi.
Hi.
Grant, say hi.
I'm your Grant.
Easier, Grant. Greg, say hi.
Yo.
Okay. Shauna, say hi.
Hello.
And Derek, say hi.
Hi, Derek.
Close enough.
Oh.
All right. And so, before we go any further, we will just turn all of this over to your purveyor of nonsense and let them introduce all of this. Derek, it's your turn. Do the thing.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name's Derek White. I'm known online and at conventions as the Geek Preacher. And recently, my friend and I this year published a role-playing game called DarkSpace, based off the Shadow Dark rule set. And today we are going to be running through my first published adventure titled The Root of the Problem. So we're going to just go ahead and get started. First, what we're going to do is I'm going to introduce everyone to some of these rules. We're based off the Shadow Dark rule set, which is a D20 light rules system, but there are some differences. So one of the things we're going to talk about are luck tokens. Luck tokens work very similar to Inspiration in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, except there are a few other things you can do. You can use a luck token to re-roll your roll, but you can also use a luck token to help someone else re-roll. So luck tokens are transferable in that sense. But one of the best things about a luck token is you can use it to make me, the game master, re-roll a roll. So if I crit on something, I roll that beautiful natural 20. You can make me sad today and re-roll it. Someone's already starting out with a luck token because they named the group Rhonda's Roughnecks, which is awesome, and that made me so happy. So Greg, who is playing Joe, will be starting off with a luck token. The next thing we're going to talk about is how initiative works. As most of you listening probably already know, initiative is the turn order you make in a game. So I'm going to just start off showing how initiative works by asking everyone to roll for initiative, and you add your dexterity bonus to it.
Well, that's an 11.
That's
All right.
a 15 for me.
15,
4.
4,
17.
17,
And my only good roll of the day, most likely, 21.
21. Well, this is the way initiative works. We start at 20 at the highest, and we go round robin. And we will go round robin, as the way I'm looking at the screen, clockwise around my screen. So what we're going to do, Greg, is we're going to start off. I want you to introduce Joe to everyone. Let everyone know who Joe is, who they're working with, a few things about Joe. You can share your background. You can share your character archetype. Since we don't use character classes, we use character archetypes. I noticed that some people beforehand had pictures of D20 Modern. Yes, that's kind of the place we kind of drew the character archetypes from, but share your character archetype, your background, and a little bit about your character if you'd like. So go ahead, Joe.
I am Joe. I am a roughneck. That is my background. My archetype is tough, and I am a Grovit for the species.
Tell us a little bit about Grovits. What do Grovits look like?
Kind of a combination of Goro and Chewbacca.
Yeah,
They
very
have
much so.
Yes, they have an extra set of arms that can allow them to do more things during combat, as they are not held by your normal two-armed people. But even so, I would still not let Joe lose at chess.
Right. Yeah, Joe is pretty bad. He is rough and tough around the workbench. And one of the things that you do in Shadow Dark as well as in DarkSpace, you normally only get 2 actions during your turn. One is a combat action, one is a non-combat action. And Joe gets 1 extra non-combat action during their turn because of those extra arms. They let Joe do a little bit more. Now up next is Ryan, who is playing Dr. Pandora. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Dr. Pandora.
Yes, I am Dr. Pandora. My archetype is wise, my background is medic, and my species is killing. I am oh no, I forgot. Ryan went completely blank. I guess hedgehog's the word I want.
Hedgehog is a good description. Hedgehog slash porcupine.
Yeah, porcupine was the one I wanted. Thank you. Yeah, somewhere between a hedgehog and a porcupine. And I am the ship's medic. And where was it? Oh, I can move full speed while climbing, which is cool because he is a climber. And I have something called optimization, which if I use a luck token, I add a d6 to the new roll.
Yes. Now, one of the nice things about doing this round robin is that also lets me tell you a little bit more about the rules. In Shadow Dark, as well as in DarkSpace, range works a little bit different. There's no 5, 10, 15, 20-foot increments. It's close, near, and far. On your turn, you can move from close to a near space and then make an attack, or you can do 2 near movements, which would basically move you up to a far distance, but you couldn't attack. So on your turn, or when you're doing something, or if you have a weapon, it will tell you if your weapon has a close, near, or far range. And that's how ranges work. So it's very simple, very easy, very intuitive after you play a little bit. And next up, Shanna, who is playing Rhonda. Shanna, would you introduce yourself, please?
Absolutely. I'm playing Rhonda, who is our strong human roughneck. She's a survivor and the commander of this motley crew, which apparently is called Rhonda's Roughnecks.
And next up, we have ST3V3, or Steve, as we like to call him. You're up, Justin.
All right. I am Steve, a multifunctional android. I am also good at hacking. So when someone needs something from the vending machine, I can get that out for you. Very motivated to adapt to environments or situations.
And I'm glad that you said motivation. Now, see, this is where I'm going to talk for a second, because in initiative order, this is where the GM would attack or do whatever the GM's going to do, because it came up to my screen. You each have a motivation. DarkSpace has done away with alignment because alignment does not work well for a science fiction game. Lawful, neutral, and chaotic, or lawful good, lawful evil, just doesn't seem to work in science fiction. So I came up with what are called motivations. We have a virtuous motivation, we have the survivor motivation, and then we have a vile motivation. Now, if you do something in accordance with your motivation, you will get a luck token. That's one of the ways you can earn luck tokens in the game. Now, virtuous characters are people who cling on to those virtues of old. Courage, hope, kindness, mercy. Those are virtuous characters. That is how I view virtue. Survivors are those who are just out to survive. Sometimes that may mean you as an individual want to survive, but since you're in space, you also realize that survival is key, and you need other people to help you survive in space. So survivors are not necessarily individualistic people. They are out there trying to just eke out a living in this vastness of void. And last but definitely not least are our vile characters. Our vile characters are in it for the money. Yes, the love of money is the root of all evil, and our vile characters epitomize that. So if you're playing a vile character and you want to get a luck token, if your greed shows you the way, there you go. However, motivations can change over the course of role play. We do allow that. There is no penalty for motivations changing. And now up next, we have Grant playing Jerry. So Grant, would you please introduce Jerry to everyone?
Sure. So Jerry is a Frogonian, which I want you to imagine a three-toed, four-fingered, frog-like humanoid drawn by Akira Toriyama, and you've got the basic visuals here. Jerry's smart, Jerry's quick, deeply self-interested, prone to doing the kinds of things that get everybody else in trouble, but usually pretty good at getting everybody out of them under fire. Because, and often with a lot of yelling at Jerry. She, they pronouns, because Frogonians have a complicated, sexual process that involves more than a handful of genders, and she they is a very quick summation of a process that would otherwise take about a day and a half to explain to someone. She's a scout, tends to survive on stealth, observation, and speed, knowledgeable in a large set of fields, especially salvage, and tends to be pretty sneaky.
Awesome. Awesome. So, to let you know a little bit more about how things work in Shadow Dark, because that is our rules basis. In Shadow Dark, it is a fantasy role-playing game, whereas we're a science fiction role-playing game. In a fantasy role-playing game, most creatures have dark vision or things like that where you can see in the dark. In Shadow Dark, that's not true. No one can see in the dark. And so they use, to keep things going along at a quick pace, a real world timer. So when you light a torch in Shadow Dark, you have 1 hour of light. And when that torch burns out, you're suddenly in darkness. Well, we've got something similar in DarkSpace, and that is called an energy cell. An energy cell reflects 1 hour of real world time, our time, and that's usually also a good way to determine your breaks when playing a game, because most of us, at least I know I like to take a break when I'm playing a game at least every hour. So what we're going to do is you have an energy cell, and some of you have rebreathers because you're going to be in space. You might need oxygen. So your rebreathers will have 1 hour of air that it will generate for you. And when that air goes out, you will need to replace your energy cell to restart the timer. And that's perfectly fine. Or you're going to need to make sure the oxygen is turned on. There are other times when you will also be given a timer, like say there's a cataclysmic thing that occurs on your ship. You may only have an hour of real time to get out of that cataclysm, and I'll set a real world 1 hour timer to get you through that section. And that's pretty much how that works. Now, does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask about the game or their items that they might have on them? I will also tell you that the energy cells in your weapons, they work until they don't. The same is true if you have a weapon that has ammo. It works until it doesn't. That means if you don't have to track how much ammo you have. So that means you can keep shooting that gun until you roll a natural 1. And when you roll that 1, you either run out of bullets or your energy cell goes dead. So that's one way we keep track of it. Another thing you have is we don't use encumbrance. We just use gear slots. And you will notice on your character sheets, you have gear slots that are there. And if you see a blacked out area, that means you can't hold any more gear. But I want to go ahead and just go around and see if there are any questions you might have. We'll continue that in initiative order. So that means that Greg, playing Joe, would be up next. Greg, do you have any questions?
No, not really. So far you've done a great job of explaining it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. How about you, Dr. Pandora? Any questions? Our ship's medic?
2 questions, 1 comment. Question 1, Ryan has, Dr. Pandora has 2 vibroblades. Does that mean I has 2 attacks with vibroblades or just have 2 vibroblades?
You have 2 vibroblades.
Okay.
And since it's a vibroblade, if you roll a 1, that means one of your vibroblades would not work.
Okay. What is the +2, -2 on my attack?
-2, I believe, is your because your strength is an 8, is it not?
Correct.
That is if you attack with it in melee. The +2 is if you throw it.
Throw it from dexterity. Okay. What is a glow rod?
A glow rod is your light source.
Okay, it's like the energy. It goes along with the energy cell.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
correct.
okay.
Yeah, no, very good questions. I appreciate those.
Otherwise, I'm just excited to have a character named Rhonda so I can occasionally invoke the Beach Boys with Help Me, Rhonda. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Yes. And speaking of Rhonda, do you have any questions?
She has the archetype talent weapon expertise for heavy vibro weapons. It looks like her weapon at the moment is a heavy crowbar, which I'm assuming is not a vibro weapon.
Yeah, but we will let you use that ability on there because the person who wrote that up, me, should have just made it heavy weapons. And I just
Wow.
love the idea that Rhonda's walking around with a crowbar to beat the tar
Yes.
out of stuff with.
I think it should be a vibro crowbar.
You know what? You have a vibro crowbar, Rhonda. It is a thank you. And
Fantastic.
for that suggestion, you get a luck token.
Yeah.
For that suggestion, you get a luck token.
The ever safe electrified metal rod. Yay!
Yes.
To be confused with a sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. And then on her attack. So right now she's got a +5 to her attack with the crowbar, and it does 1d8 plus 2 damage.
Yep.
That damage modifier then, in this case, would increase to 1 to 3.
Yep.
Is that the +2? Is that coming from her modifiers?
What is her strength
Her
modifier?
strength modifier is a +3. Her dex is a +2.
So let's go with the +3 from the strength modifier.
Okay, so that should be a 3, and then another 1 for the vibro, or for the heavy weapons expertise, which adds a +1 attack and damage.
Oh yeah. Let's do it. Why not? We'll do it.
Plus
All right.
4 beat stick.
Yeah. +4 stick.
All right, sounds good.
My co-author hears that and he'll probably say, Derek, you got the rules wrong again. I'll be like, okay. That's all right. I'll just up the hit points on the monsters. That's all right.
Wait, no.
That requires Rhonda to hit with something, so don't worry. My dice are questionable so far.
Oh, do you have the same dice curse I have in everything?
Maybe, I'm not sure, but for that first initiative roll for Dex, I rolled a 2. So we'll see what happens.
All right, Steve. Do you have any questions, my friend?
My projectile launcher, which is part of my infrastructure, it says a projectile launcher +3. That makes sense. 1d6 damage makes sense. Near makes sense. But then there's a AM. What's
Ammo.
AM? Ammo. Okay, so it has ammo. Got it.
It does have ammo. So you will be out of ammo if you roll a 1. Also, Steve, since you are a hacker, if you want to hack something, you will get advantage. That's something else I forgot to mention. Everyone gets advantage when you do something according to your background. So Steve's background is hacker. So if Steve goes up to a computer and says, I want to hack this computer, you're going to roll that hacking check with advantage. And in your case, Steve, you will be using intelligence for hacking.
Okay.
So that will be your hacking check.
Got it.
And now, Jerry, do you have any questions for us? Grant.
Just to check advantages, roll twice, take the better.
Yes. Well, we will jump right into this adventure. This adventure was published in our zine called Void Echoes, and it is called The Root of the Problem. So let me read you the intro. After centuries of relentless warfare, Earth was decimated and uninhabitable. In humanity's final efforts to survive, the city ship War Done was launched. It's a colossal colony vessel intended to preserve life and find a new home among the stars. It was haphazardly constructed during Earth's desperate final years. The ship was designed to sustain generations of travelers. Decades ago, however, the Warden vanished from all known space chart. Recently, it appeared in your system, drifting and damaged. Its arrival ignited a frenzy among salvagers. These salvagers are known as space scavengers, and they make their living by salvaging space debris, and the War Done is now the biggest prize. To avoid a scrap rush, a system-wide lottery was held, granting scavenger crews access to certain parts of the ship. And you are just such a scavenger crew. You work for Helva. Helva is the name of your ship and the name of your captain. Your captain always appears to you as a 3D holographic image and gives you instructions and says, this is great, guys, gals, theys, thems, whoever or whatever you are, we are all here. And it is amazing that we get this. And we've got we won an entire deck in this. We have 24 standard hours to search this deck, take everything we can before they're opening up the whole ship to the rest of Scavenger. So we're going to be the first wave. We get the juiciest parts of the ship and we're going in. And now we don't have a lot of information, but from what they were able to download from the Stellar Web is that we are going on the Agra deck. This is the agricultural deck of the ship. So there's no telling. There might be old equipment there we can scavenge. Who knows? Maybe we could salvage some ancient seeds that could help repopulate a planet. Who knows? Maybe we could find some livestock, all kinds of things there. So we're going to be landing on there. So get your rebreathers ready, and we're getting ready to dock. And nobody is playing the pilot, so we will not have to make a piloting check. So let me show you what this deck of the Warden looks like. It is a circular sphere connected by corridors around here, and you will be pulling into Area 1. That is where you're going to be docking. So that is what you will see. You will be docking on Area 1 on the ship. Helva maneuvers the ship perfectly. You're there latched on, but the bay doors are not open. So how do you want to prepare? We are just going to go round robin and see what questions you want to ask me as Helva, see what you might want to find out, and see how you can get through and into this deck. So we'll start with Jerry. We'll start with you, Grant.
I'm curious about the exterior of this ship. Is there any obvious damage that looks suspicious that wouldn't be caused by, say, micrometeoroids, anything like that?
No. But I will say, give me an intelligence check. This is going to be a fairly easy DC because we'll say you did a fly around of the area. Just give me an intelligence check, DC 9.
Well, that's a 19.
What you do notice, since you did mention micrometeorites, you can see that micrometeors have struck the outer hull of this ship in a number of places. Many of those are probably from just normal space travel. And with that, you can tell that otherwise it does seem like there might be power systems still at work on some of the other decks.
Okay, cool.
All right, Joe, Greg, you're up.
Can you pull the map back up?
Yes, happily. There we go. And you are docking in Area 1 as I show you this map, because as you see those double doors there, using that old school drawing style of double doors, that is the only area with outside bay doors.
And we need to get in. I do not have a rebreather. That is sad.
Does anyone have a rebreather?
Yeah.
How many of you have rebreathers?
Rhonda does.
Just Rhonda?
I do. Sure
Okay.
does.
Okay, and ST3V3 does not need to use a rebreather.
I don't even have lungs.
Yep. Okay, so at least 3 of you have rebreathers. So if there's not oxygen where you're going, you may need to get someone in there and get the oxygen on.
I was going to say Dr. Pandora doesn't have one either.
Yeah, because you're pretty broke. You guys are kind of broke. You're just starting out.
Yeah.
I think you've answered this already, Derek, but have other salvage crews already been on? Like, there were people in front of us in the lottery?
All right, you are on deck 5. If you see this, you are on City Ship Warden, deck 5. Other salvage crews, right now, we're going to say that the ship has 10 decks. Other salvage crews are on each deck. As you see, and you look at this, you see it's circular. Where that number 4 is, there is a pylon connecting each deck.
Okay.
Right there. So it's like the old style circular ones. I will also tell you this, since Jerry had that 19 intelligence roll earlier, each one of these decks was meant to be a detachable deck so that when you went and you found a world you could colonize, you could detach that deck and set it down. So in one area on this colony world, you would have an agri deck. Another area, you might have a city. You might have a manufacturing deck. So each deck is a little bit different and was meant to just detach, land on a planet, and begin production on this habitable world.
So we're not the only ones here by any means.
No. But this deck, for the you have won the first rights to this deck in the stellar wide lottery.
Sure.
So you should be the only ones on this deck.
I can't imagine why that wouldn't be true.
Yeah.
Joe has negative intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Therefore, everything is brute force.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so short of holding breath while trying to force doors open, which could work. Let's speedrun this. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try to force the doors open while holding breath.
Okay. I will tell you this. Okay, no, never mind. We're just gonna. This is old school style, so we're just gonna see what happens. All right,
Hey,
Joe.
I got lots of con bonuses, including to resist permanent injury.
Okay.
Joe, as your commander, I don't recommend this action.
It's either going to go really well or really bad, and either way, it's going to be really fun.
Dr.
Okay.
Pandora will ready his equipment.
Okay, Joe. You are going to try and force open the doors, the cargo doors to the bay. What are you using to open them?
Let's go with a vibroblade to kind of force in there to
Okay.
use as a lever.
I am going to give you. I'm going to have you, Rhonda, as commander. I would like you to give me a wisdom check.
Oh, goodness. Not her strongest stat, but that's a 6.
Okay, go ahead, Joe. Try and force those doors open.
Strength?
Well, here's the problem. Right now, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw because you did not depressurize the area to open those cargo bay doors. So you just opened straight up to space.
That's fine.
And so I
I'm
need
good at
you,
con.
and everybody on the ship needs to give me a dexterity check to make sure you're not sucked up against the wall.
Oh, for goodness sake.
This feels more like my rolls. 7. No, or sorry, 8.
All right, I got the 7. Don't worry about it.
And I got the 6.
All right, Joe, you take 4 points of damage as it depressurizes and you slam up against the wall.
Yay.
Bam. Did anybody get a 13 on their dexterity check? No one. All right. So now you're all just floating around as the internal gravity goes off inside your ship because Joe just walked up, didn't depressurize your bay, and now it's totally depressurized in that area. You're all floating around the ship. Everybody is going to take, where's my D4 at?
I got a nat 20 and I'm laughing at the meat bags.
Yeah, there you go, Steve. Way to go. Everybody else takes 2 points of damage from flying debris on inside the ship.
Ow.
And now you're making me look up my my gravity rules here. I've never had to look them up this early in running this adventure.
Go, Joe.
Exactly.
All right. So let me
Most
read
of
to
us
you
are-
how zero gravity works. Spacers are unable to move in zero G unless they are acted upon by their own actions or those of others. Spacers moving in zero G automatically move near each round unless acted upon by their own actions or those of others. If you're stationary, you can spend an action to push off of something to propel yourself near. Firing projectile weapons knocks a spacer near back to near in the opposite direction. Getting hit by a projectile or object knocks the spacer back to near in the direction of the hit. Hopefully that makes sense, but basically you shoot a weapon, you move away from where you shot, you get shot, you move even further back. So with that in mind, I need everyone to roll me initiative.
I need new dice.
13 for Dr. P.
All
8
right.
because I'm still laughing at the meat bags.
4 for Rhonda.
7 for Joe.
All right, Doc, it appears you're up first.
Dr. Pandora would like to use first aid on himself as he is at half hit points, having
All right.
taken 2 damage.
All right. Now, the way healing works in DarkSpace is if you first aid yourself, you will stabilize yourself to 0 hit points. So first aid
Ooh, okay.
will not heal you.
So not first
But
aid.
if you have a stim pack, you will be healed. You could use a stim pack on yourself.
What would happen if I used my med kit instead?
Your med kit gives you advantage on a stabilization roll.
Oh, okay. If I'm doing actual first aid. Okay.
Yeah.
I will go ahead and use one of my stim packs then.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a D4.
Mhm.
And I'll go ahead and let you add
2.
+1 to that because you're a medic.
3.
3,
Back to
there you
full.
go. Woohoo, back up. So, Dr. Pandora, is there anything else you want to do?
I don't remember from when you mentioned the actions. Can I use my talent?
Yes, what's your talent?
His-
Tell everybody.
His talent is Enlightenment.
Yeah.
I can make a wisdom check. On a success, I gain a luck token.
Yes, you can definitely do that.
Okay. So the DC is 9.
Yep.
I got a 12 on the die plus 2, so 14.
You now have a luck token.
Dr. P has a luck token.
Nice. Very good. And how many times a day can you use that?
3.
3 times a day. Okay. Mark that off, if you will. All right,
Yes,
and according to my screen, Rhonda is up next. Help them, Rhonda. Help them.
please.
Currently, we are still in our ship floating outside the main station.
No. See my hands here?
Right.
Your ship latched up next to it. You have a bay door inside your ship.
Gotcha.
Joe just walked up, opened your bay door before making sure it was pressurized, and he slammed into the door. So right now, your whole area is depressurized. You should have closed your bay doors, made sure that area was depressurized before you went in. And so now you have oxygen leaking out of your ship. So I would say you need to get those bay doors closed before you run out of air, and pressurize that area before trying to open the bay doors on the city ship, the Warden. Roll for OSHA violation. Way to go, Steve.
Woo. All right, so step one, yell at Joe.
Always good.
Joe. Anyway, then she's going to move to the doors, and there's some sort of control mechanism to get them closed again.
Okay.
Look for something, whatever it takes. If she
Okay.
can't find anything, she's going to yell at Steve to figure it out.
I would say that Rhonda's going to know where the control is. All you need to do, it's not that huge a ship, so I could say you could push off the wall. So just give me a dexterity check to push off the wall and land up next to that control panel. That is going to be a DC 13.
Yay, I rolled decent. That is a 20.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're right up
Dirty
there.
20.
That is your move action. You got up there, so you can go ahead and slam those doors shut.
Right.
All right. So you slam the doors shut. Boom. Joe is on the other side. Hopefully, someone can pressurize it before we get to Joe's turn. Steve, what are you going to do?
I'm going to try to log into the other ship so I can equalize the pressure in the airlock.
Well, what you would do, this is your ship's airlock that
Right.
you're going to. So you're going to log into your ship, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Log into your ship to pressurize the airlock. So all you need to do is give me your hacking check, which means you get advantage on this roll, and that's going to be a DC 12 to do this because you're a little familiar with the ship's controls, so the DC is not as high. So you get advantage on this.
13.
13. Boom. It's pressurized. So Joe's not going to have to do a constitution check, not having oxygen. You pressurize that area. It's perfect. The seal's fine. And suddenly you hear a wave of profanity, which I will not repeat, as you see a 3D hologram of Helva with a cigar in their mouth, a virtual cigar in their mouth, virtual smoke and virtual ashes falling down, going, "What are you fools doing? Don't you know proper procedure when docking with another ship? Look, I hired you guys on 2 weeks ago. I thought you at least had the very basics of doing that. You've got to be more careful than this." And Helva continues to rant for a while and says, and then closes out and says, "Now get on that ship, get as much stuff as you can, and get back here. We got bills to pay." Now, Jerry, what would you like to do? Grant.
Jerry is going to try and drift close to a wall and then stick to it as best they can.
I will say now that that's been pressurized, the gravity's coming back on. Just give me a dexterity check. This is a very easy one. Just don't roll anything really low.
Yeah, 15 in a bit. So
okay, so you're good, Jerry. It's back on, and gravity's coming back on. And Joe, you're out there now in that bay door area. It has all been pressurized, so you can breathe in this area. What would you like to do, Joe?
What am I going to do in our now depressurized area?
Your area is pressurized. Your area is pressurized,
Yes.
so you're fine. You can breathe.
Bring the pressure.
I am not a smart creature. Do we have anything that can actually keep a pressurized connection, like a tunnel that could come off of our ship to connect to the station?
That's what you were doing when you docked. When you docked,
okay.
That's what connected. So your area connected to the ship, as Steve referred to it as your airlock. The problem was you didn't think to pretty much close the airlock behind you and pressurize your area. And
Okay,
that's what caused all of this. So now you're in the airlock area with air where you're at, connected to the ship with that little bitty tunnel, and you are standing in front of the ship's double bay doors.
That's what I'm wanting to force open, because that's what we need to force open.
I need you to give me just a straight strength check. In fact, I'll give you advantage on this because you're a roughneck, right, Joe?
Yep.
Yeah, you're just trying to force it open. So you get advantage on the strength check.
12.
Yeah, that's not going to be enough. It's a DC 25. Okay. Actually, it should be a DC 30. Yeah.
That sounds like a job for Steve to push buttons then.
Yeah. In fact, I will say while you were doing that, you see a control panel off to your left.
Steve problem.
All right. Well, we can jump straight over to Steve. We're out of initiative now. So, Steve, do you want to try and open up those cargo bay doors?
I would love to open the cargo bay doors. Would that be hacking?
That would be hacking. So you're going to go into the airlock area that Joe is in. Joe, are you going to stay in that airlock area?
I think I learned my lesson. Go back to the other side far away, so when we depressurize with the new area, it only affects Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would shut the airlock behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would do that.
All right. So airlock shut behind you. You basically just need to, you have a control panel in front of you. You've got all the little gadgets on you where you can try and hack into that control panel. So let's just do a hacking check again.
Yeah, I pull out my keychain and I go through USB M and I plug in that and I get a 21.
On that roll, Steve, since that's such a great roll, you realize that as the bay doors are opening, you can tell that there's no oxygen in that area, but there is low gravity. So the area is pressurized, but the oxygen is not on in the area. You also notice that there is light in the area as well. It's not a heavy light, but it's almost like emergency floodlights are around the bay. And this is what you see. The bay doors have opened, and you are in an area that where you see out there a bunch of rubble. In fact, toward this area right here, can you see my mouse on the screen?
Yep.
All right. That area is covered with a lot of debris. It looks like a few beams have fallen from the ceiling. So that area, it just has a lot of trash. You also notice over here to the left and the right that there are two that are doors on each side that lead into those areas. This is what would be a cargo bay. You can tell it's obviously a cargo bay. In fact, you see an old Earth vehicle sitting out there in the middle of it. Looks like a Ford F-150. I'm sorry, a Ford F-5 dually sitting out there. You see a couple of damaged hover loader platforms. One is actually moving around and malfunctioning. And that's what you see on this deck under those emergency lights. But again, no oxygen.
I'll report back. There's no oxygen in this section. I will try to turn it on as soon as possible, or at least investigate. But if it's possible for anyone with rebreathers to come in and help.
Yeah, I think Jerry's going to kind of move forward, make sure the rebreather's in place, and then move, I think, towards that piece of machinery you said was moving on its own.
Okay. All right. So here's at the point where now that someone's put on a rebreather, we're going to start our 1 hour real-time timer.
All right. Rhonda's putting in with her rebreather.
Okay.
She's gonna, before she heads out through the airlock, Doc, make sure you're ready. Check out Joe. Make sure you're ready. We're gonna see what we can do about the air to get the rest of you in here.
Okay, we'll do.
All right.
All right. And now at this point, we'll assume that everybody's taking the proper precautions, sealing airlocks behind them. I did all of that to kind of give you an idea of how things work, to be really wary, because this can be kind of deadly. Actually can be very deadly. Now you're out there. I will say that you were able to move over, Jerry, to that malfunctioning hover loader platform. Looks like it probably just hasn't had a proper energy cell replaced in it in a while. So you might be able to actually fix that.
Sorry, were we talking about the one that was moving on its own?
Yes, yes. That's why it's moving erratically. It looks like it doesn't have a good energy cell in it.
Okay. I think I'm going to start by just disconnecting its energy cell to start with, to keep it from moving around and erratically and, hitting someone, breaking a suit seal, something like that.
Perfect. I'm going to say you're able to do that with no problem. No problem. I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's pretty simple. You pop it out, you see an old energy cell, and you realize that your energy cells would probably work in it, but you'd probably have to modify them.
Okay.
So you're able to do that. Rhonda, what would you like to do?
Okay. Ronan wants to take a survey of the room as a whole from here, check it out for potential dangers, if there's debris about, is there anything else that looks like it's precariously placed, gonna fall, that sort of thing. And while she's kind of scanning the room and checking that out, she's going to instruct Steve in her commanderish role to get that air turned back on.
Okay, Rhonda, give me an intelligence check to see what you see.
Oh, come on.
Actually, Rhonda, you can use intelligence or wisdom because you're a commander and you're doing a commander function, like telling Steve what to do. So you will get advantage on this roll.
Oh, good. Yeah, didn't help. That's 12 total.
Actually, that's good enough. That's good enough. I mean, you're doing your commander role. You're able to get your commands off to ST3V3, Steve, and you are able to notice with that what appear to be some maintenance drones are rising up off the ground near Jerry.
Good.
And so I need you folks to roll, you three to roll. Well, actually, we'll have everybody roll for initiative. One of the things I didn't tell you earlier, I'm going to say that everyone has comms on so that you can communicate from the ship to the crew. You all do have comms that will allow you to communicate. So you folks on the ship can be doing things while they're there. So everyone roll for initiative.
That's an 11.
All right.
16.
Also 16.
All right.
Dirty 20.
All right. Rhonda has the dirty 20. Rhonda, you're going to go first, which puts you to the right of me, which means I, as the GM, go last.
Hooray.
Which is perfect.
He approved. Well, those things look questionable.
Yeah. They
She's
appear
going to...
Let me describe them to you a little
Okay.
better. It is 4 maintenance drones. 2 of them appear to be cleaner drones. One appears to be an old-fashioned loader drone, similar to what Jerry was examining, and one appears to be a repair drone. They are rising up off the ground.
All right. Jerry, watch out. Then Rhonda is going to move between Jerry and the drones, if she can in that amount of time. Is that a near?
Yes, you can. They're all within a near range of you.
Okay.
Yes.
And ready up her crowbar. They haven't actually done anything aggressive yet, though, right?
No, they have not done anything aggressive, but you will notice that they're just give me a wisdom check. We'll just do a wisdom check.
Not her strong suit. 12.
That's enough to know that they don't look friendly. They don't
Yeah.
look friendly. You notice the repair drone especially has a welding torch that is lit as it's coming at you.
That seems unsafe.
Yeah.
So we're going to attempt to use the heavy crowbar to dismantle that and disable it
All right.
by swatting it as hard as she can.
All right. Roll me a d20. Give me an attack roll.
Get your Gordon Freeman on.
There we go. That's not fantastic, but no, goodness, math. 15 to hit.
That hits.
Woohoo! All right, we'll take it. And that is 7 points of damage.
What does it look like when you just totally demolish this poor defenseless? No, not defenseless, really,
Not
but this poor little repair drone.
Well, naturally, we're here salvagers, so she'd like to salvage some stuff.
All
So
right.
the vibro crowbar takes off the arm, and then that nice vibro cutty edge that it absolutely has as a crowbar just kind of severs the main control module up top from the rest of its body, and it just kind of drops. So
Nice.
hopefully we can reconnect that later with the power cell disconnected.
Nice. Yes. Yeah, I think that'll be still pretty good, pretty salvageable. There you go. All right, Joe, what would you like to do? You're on the ship there, and you suddenly hear over your comms, bam, as Rhonda hears something. And so what are you going to do, Joe?
So they're pretty far from me. I'm going to assume they are more than a single near distance from me.
Right, and they are on the ship's deck that does not have air, and they have rebreathers.
That's true. Well, I do not have my own rebreather. Rummage around the airlock to see if there is anything here, such as a rebreather, or even just a helmet.
All right, so what I'm going to do is give you a salvage check. You're going to see if Helva had another rebreather stored in that airlock area. Since that is a wisdom check, that is a DC 13 wisdom check. So if you can make this DC 13 wisdom check, you will find a rebreather.
And I am a salvage operator.
So that gives you advantage on it.
Let's see. That's a best roll's a 5.
5 total.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't find one, Joe. You're looking around madly.
Told you that 21 at the start was going to be my best roll.
You could use your luck token.
That's true. I shall do that.
Remember, you get advantage again. Using your luck token means you get advantage again. At least when I run it, that's the way I do it.
Are you total highest roll between 4d20?
I'm ready.
5.
Oh my goodness. Whoo! That's beautiful. That's beautiful, Joe.
Can I let him use my luck token?
You could, Doc. You could, Doc. You could do it again. You could do it again, Doc.
It again.
I got a 14 that time. Both dice rolls were double digits that time.
Dr. Pandora comes in there and helps you, and says, it was right there, Joe. Did you see it? Just hanging right there on the wall. There's another rebreather. You were searching everything except for looking right there, hanging on the wall in the airlock. There was this. And Dr. Pandora reaches over, hands you that rebreather.
Hey, it's not my fault it was labeled as rebreather. I can't read.
Well, probably not. So on your so that was your one action. You could then step out of the airlock onto the deck.
Yep,
Joe. So you're good.
That.
All right. So Joe is on the deck. That's all you can do right now. Dr. Pandora, what would you like to do?
I need to also look for a rebreather.
All right. Well, you gave up your luck token, but go ahead, Doc, and see if you can find a rebreather in your medical kit.
What did you say? What was I rolling?
It's a DC 13 wisdom check.
Wisdom. Okay. That's a 17 total.
Boom. Now everybody has rebreathers.
Oxygen. I will follow Joe out the airlock.
Yeah, you can hear Helva.
Oxygen.
You can hear Helva through your comms going, what kind of idiots did I hire? Oh my goodness.
The best kind.
The entertaining kind.
Very much so. Very much so. All right, Jerry, you're up as you see 3 other drones headed towards you after Rhonda has smashed one. Grant?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm going to move a bit further back, leaving others who've moved up, perhaps those with giant crowbars, to sort of take the brunt of this drone assault.
Okay.
And then I'm going to look around and see if I can spot something like a drone control panel, something that might deactivate these things.
Okay. So you're going to be looking for control panels. That's great. So give me an intelligence check.
All right. Would you say this is a knowledge check or just something else?
I would say because what is your background, Jerry?
Scout.
Scout, I would definitely say you get advantage on this roll.
Okay.
You will get advantage on this roll as a scout. You're trying to scout out control panels on the deck.
All right. Then that's an 18.
All right. That's wonderful. You see, I will say, scouting it out, you see control. You immediately clock the control panel. Look on your screen where my mouse is. See a control panel over here. You're pretty sure it's very similar to the control panel on this side. They would both open those corridors up. And then you spot a control panel over here next to 1A on that door, a control panel over here next to 1B on that door. And then you see a control panel over here next to these huge doors that are covered by rubble.
Okay.
So yeah, you clocked 5 control panels in that area, plus the one behind you that opens these cargo bay doors from the inside. So that's a total of 6 control panels, I believe. Let me one,
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 control panels that you're able to clock with that roll. That was an 18, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to clock all of those.
I think I'm going to call those out to Steve,
Okay.
saying, hey, those control panels may be able to shut off all these drones if you can get to those.
Okay.
I acknowledge the data.
All right, Steve, well, you're up.
All right, I will go to the control panel near the big doors, and I will attempt to. I can also communicate with automata, and I will say, back off or you're next. Well, I try to log in and see if I can shut them down.
Okay. Are you going for these big doors or those big doors, Steve?
The between 1 and 4.
Okay. All right. So you will, that I would say is a far distance from where you guys were at over here. So you will be able to do that on your next turn to check these doors in this area right here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's going to take you a double move to get over there.
Got it.
Because this is a big cargo deck. This looks like, you can tell now this is a deck where they probably had agricultural equipment come in and repairs were made on it, and probably where they initially loaded agricultural equipment when the ship was launched. It was probably the area in which they loaded in the agricultural equipment. And now it's my turn, Rhonda, and you now have 2 cleaner drones and a loader drone coming straight at you.
This is not going to go well.
The first cleaner drone comes up to you and releases a caustic chemical spray.
Ugh.
And so I need you to go ahead and give me a Constitution check.
Oh, that is a 16.
That spray from that first one, it stings a little bit, but it seems to have lost some of its potency. And so the next one sprays at you as well. So give me another Constitution check.
Oh. Yeah, that's an 11.
That is 11. Again, the spray seems to be weakened and not really affecting you, Rhonda. You seem to be, this is irritating, annoying. But now the loader drone comes up to you. And what is your armor class?
13.
All right. The loader drone tries to crush you. And that is a total of a 20. And so you will take a whopping 3 points of damage.
Well, I had 3 hit points left.
Oh, wow. So Rhonda goes down. Boom. Hits the deck.
Yes.
Hits the deck. And so now, since you're up, Rhonda, I need you to give me a death saving throw.
Okay. D20. Do I add anything to it?
No. Just a straight roll.
9.
9. Okay, you're not dead. The way these work is if you roll a 20, you're stabilized at 0 hit points. If you roll a 1, you die. You get 3 turns before that happens, or if somebody stabilizes you before then, the doctor can stabilize you at 0 hit points, or somebody can give you a stim pack and bring you back up. Joe, you are up.
So I've made it into the air dock.
Right.
The dock.
Right. Yeah, and you are close enough now. Everything's in near distance. You just saw Rhonda go down as a loader drone tried to crush them.
Run over to her. Let's go after the loader drone first.
Okay.
Attacking it with the vibroblade. That's going to be a 14.
That hits.
And 4 points of damage.
You do that. Vibroblade cuts into that loader drone. It is still up, but it is hanging on its last bits of sheet metal that have it together. So
I've come running in, slide in with the vibroblade, and as I'm sliding past it, eject a stim pack into Rhonda.
That's your other non-attack action. Very good. You can roll it, or Rhonda can roll 1d4 plus 1 for hit points.
I bet it, Joe. I'm unconscious.
Let's go. Let's see.
Go for it, Joe.
Nobody rolls. Hey, 3, so 4.
Ooh,
Not the worst.
4 points.
Nice.
Sounds good to
Nice.
me. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right. Dr. Pandora, you're up next.
Since we're now exploring death saves for the first time, does anyone else need hit points? I should check that first.
I probably do, honestly.
I kind of figured.
I probably should at some point.
Okay, which of you is closer to 0? We'll play America's favorite game.
I have more health currently than you have total.
Well, that's interesting. Okay, I'm not offended at all. It's fine.
I'm
And-
at 5 out of 11.
You're at 5 out of 11. Grant, where are you at? Where's Jerry?
I'm at 2 out of 4.
Ooh, Jerry it is. Okay. So Dr. Pandora will walk over to Jerry and I'll use my second stim pack.
Yeah, you don't even have to roll for that because it's 1d4 plus 1.
Minimum 2.
So, minimum 2.
Minimum full.
Boom.
Love it.
All right. So, Jerry, what would you like to do?
We've got Rhonda down at this point, yes?
No, Rhonda's back up.
Back up. Okay.
Well, she's
Joe's
on the
getting
ground,
back.
but
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Still
functional.
there. Okay, good.
And 2 drones. No, 3 drones.
I did it good to make up for my bad.
I think Jerry's going to move towards one of the control panels.
Okay.
Probably can't make it there on this turn. And on the way, just fire at, I guess, the loader. Well, no, one of the chemical drones.
Okay. Sounds good.
So let me roll that. It's a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Cool. 2 damage.
2 damage. You bang it pretty good. It looks a little wobbly in the air now. All right. So there you go. You have hit it. It's doing good. I mean, it's not doing too good. And let's see. Now I believe we're up to Steve. Is that correct?
That sounds correct.
Okay.
So I'm at the control panel. I'm going to log in and try to turn off the remaining robots, if I may.
Okay. All right. I need you to give me an intelligence check. A
Intelligence.
hacking check. A hacking
Got
check,
it.
which
That's
is an
better.
intelligence roll, but you do get advantage.
15.
You log in, and as you're logging in, you with that roll, you are able to get in there and immediately cut those drones off. But as you do so, you notice another presence on the ship's network. You're not sure what it is, but you do feel another presence on the network of the ship. And the
All right.
drones immediately go and pop down.
All right. For my second action, I would like to check the user logs to see who's on here.
All right, we'll just use your previous roll for that
Okay.
to see what information it will give you. That was a 15. It is enough for you to see in binary R00 lowercase t, and then you're immediately disconnected from the network.
Okay. I will report that the ship or a powerful user might be trying to attack us, whether it's another salvagers or the ship itself. I don't know.
All right. And now you're out of initiative, you guys, because all the drones are down. What would you folks like to do? And we will start off. I'm going to start over here to what is now on the left of my screen. My screen keeps changing up. But since Rhonda was down, we will start with Rhonda, the commander, who is back up. What would you like to do, Rhonda?
First, she's going to stand up. And then, all right. Thank you, Joe.
Very welcome.
All right. Goodness. Steve, you didn't get a map while you were in there, this place, did you?
I actually got kicked off the system.
I will say the map you see on your screen is the map that you have now. That was the map you pulled off. That I will leave that whole thing up there now.
Yeah, I'll say I didn't get any new map.
Excellent.
But I got kicked off the system by another user that was root.
All right.
So someone has either root access or really intelligent. Well, obviously I'm an android, but were ships? Do we know if ships were ever like the whole ship was a computer?
I would say with that role you had, you are pretty sure that this was an ancient Earth ship. So you know that some sorts of AI were probably used to guide the decks on the ship, to help with that. You know, they would be like ancestors of yours, like great 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 grandpa or something like that.
Right.
All
Yeah,
right.
the ship might be trying to protect itself.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes our lives harder, but okay. Well, we're here still
And-
to salvage. So,
Hey.
Rhonda has said the keyword salvage. And one of the things we do in DarkSpace is we have salvage charts. So normally you would do a DC 13 check, but to give you an idea how salvage charge works, and you're here scavenging this deck, we're going to have you all start salvaging. So Rhonda, roll me a D100
oh,
and
goodness.
let's see what you find. Besides that drone that you obviously took apart.
Yeah, got a drone. Well, the other drone just turned off.
Yeah, all the ones turned off. That's immediate
Well,
salvage for you folks.
2 of those were damaged, but
Yeah.
I got 20.
You have a 20.
Yeah.
You found a heavy vibro axe with a cracked handle.
Well, fancy.
Yeah, that might even work better than your crowbar.
Oh, mine. All right. Well, great. That's a good start. All right. Fantastic.
All right.
I think we want to focus on 1A and 1B there before we spread out into the larger drones, but
all right. Well, I'm going to let everybody salvage first.
well, right. She's just throwing ideas out to the crew as we're
Oh,
as she's attempting to commander them with
Yeah.
whatever luck she may have with that.
Well, as long as you tell Joe before he does something, it's fine.
Well, right. That's kind of what we're going for here. Don't open the door yet, Joe. Stats for the axe?
That's for the axe. Heavy vibro weapon does 1d10 damage.
Okay. So that'll have the same pluses to attack and damage because those are stats based off of Rhonda then.
Correct.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. And that takes up
Basically-
an inventory slot for her.
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, now Rhonda can even do even more damage.
That will be okay. Now, you said it was cracked. Does that have any mechanical effect?
Yeah.
We'll find out.
Yes, you will find out. You will
Excellent.
find out.
So keep the crowbar.
Yeah, keep the crowbar handy.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, crowbars are useful for other things as well. So,
True.
Steve, you're gonna go next, and if you will just roll me a D100 there.
68.
68. Oh, that's a good roll. You find a little case right next to that truck, and inside it is a set of 3 antique light pistols.
Ooh.
You know that is probably each pistol is probably worth at least 10 credits, which is pretty good.
Light as in light versus heavy light, or light as in shoots light?
What we do is these are good questions. What we do is we do weapon categories. For example, you have a light blunt weapon, things like that. This would be a light pistol. So a light pistol would do 1d4 damage. A pistol would do 1d6, and a heavy pistol would do 1d8. We've tried to keep the rules just as light and as easy as possible so that you don't have to worry about a lot. So a light pistol is it's light to carry, but it also is light in the sense that it does light damage.
Nice.
All right, Dr. Pandora, would you give me a salvage roll?
Actually, 2 questions.
Yes.
Do we have oxygen yet, or are we still on rebreather?
You're still on rebreathers.
Okay. And can I do something to modify the scavenge if I want to look for something specific?
Roll really high.
Okay, got it. Good. Okay. Because I want to specifically look for stim packs.
Okay.
Since
all right. One look for stim packs.
We used a lot of stim packs already.
All right. If
All
you
right.
roll,
You're welcome.
yeah,
D100.
you roll really high. Let's say you roll a 90 or above, and I might give you a couple of stim packs.
So these are theme dice, and I forget which one the reindeer is. I think that's okay. So my total is 3.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be.
so close to 90.
So
you know
close.
what yeah, so close. You found a carbon rod.
Ah, sick. Okay.
You can draw you can draw an outline around us when we're dead with it.
Yeah. Joe's up next. Joe. you're up.
Yay! I shall salvage. Everything is the only living things are the only moving things are us.
Yes.
80.
Oh, way to go, Joe. You find a golden idol of some strange alien type creature, and it has a ruby-like mineral in its one eye. You know that this is worth some serious creds, man. You're not sure how much, Joe, because you're not that bright a guy, but you know it's gold and it's shiny, so it's worth some money.
Does a
Oh.
giant ball start rolling after us?
All right. You're understanding how we wrote this game. Thank you.
How much of
You
the
get a luck
naming
token for that. You get a luck token for that.
how much of the naming for Joe was so you could say "Go Joe" and "Yo Joe" a lot?
Yeah.
I know what decades you grew up during. I know what you watched.
Yes. It was coming on TV as I was getting out of high school, but I was it did influence me a lot. I was very angry that it wasn't there. The GI Joes I really remember were like the 12-inch GI Joes
Yeah.
from the 70s, but when the cartoon came out, I was like, oh my goodness. And my little stepbrother was getting into that and Transformers about the same time.
This isn't a Facts of Life reference. I'm disappointed.
Oh man, deep cut. Oh wow. Okay, Jerry, give me a salvage roll.
55.
I can't try a 55. Jerry, you found something really nice. You found a well-made ballistic shield.
Interesting.
It's well made, it's in good condition, and a ballistic shield. I believe you can use a shield, can't you?
I have no information about that. I'll be honest.
Well,
with
we're going to say you can use a shield.
you.
So let me tell that will
count as armor?
does count as armor.
Okay, armor allowed is none.
Well, you could loan that to one of your compatriots.
I could, in fact, rent it by the hour.
You could. And for that, you get a luck token, Jerry, just for saying that, because I know what your motivation is.
I think we all do now.
Anybody want to take Jerry up on that offer?
I mean, I also can't use it.
I am armor, so that's the best I can do.
Well, I mean, after the last encounter on this, plus she's a survivor, so yeah, she might.
Awesome. We'll just call it a raise and go from there.
All right.
Fair. I mean, Helga's paying the bill anyway, so.
Right. A ballistic shield gives you +2 to your armor class, Rhonda.
Excellent.
What does that make your armor class now, Rhonda?
15.
15. Nice. Very nice.
Well, I guess I should first ask, is the axe one-handed or two?
That would be the problem. The heavy vibro axe, you would need 2 hands with a heavy vibro axe. But your crowbar, you can use one-handed.
That is one, yeah, okay. Well, tell you what, for right now, she'll carry it for Jerry. Because she does have the hauler archetype, which she gets more gear slots than everybody else.
Yep.
She's good at hauling things around.
And remember, it's easy to switch out weapons and armor too. So, I mean, that would be a non-combat action. So if you said, hey, these things are attacking us, I want to ready my shield and have my crowbar ready, you could do that. Or if you wanted to. So it could be very fluid, very easy, just like you might see in a movie, or we're going for something more cinematic. So you could say, hey, I'm grabbing my shield. I could make that one action and I'm getting my crowbar ready. Or I'm dropping my shield. I'm getting my vibro axe ready.
Okay.
Simple, easy, fluid is what we're going for here. So everybody's done a salvage check. Someone mentioned
We need oxygen.
Need oxygen. Yes. All right. So how would you guys like to check in about oxygen?
I poke. Dr. Pandora just walks over and pokes Steve. We can't breathe yet, Steve.
Yeah.
Steve. Oxygen, please.
I
1A
will.
or 1B might be environmental control systems, perhaps?
Yeah. If I don't think the control panel would have had it, I'll go into one of the other rooms.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I will go to
Get over
B. 1B.
1B. Okay. All
Arm
right.
is sticking close to Steve with the shield.
All right. So you're going over here. There is a control panel on this door over here on 1B. And so you can try and hack that control panel.
All right. I'll attempt to open the door.
All right. Just give me a hacking check.
21.
You hear a hiss. You can't smell the stale air coming out of that, but you can tell there was some air in there, but not much. As you look into what appears to have been a maintenance room.
Supplies.
It appears to have been a maintenance shop, as I mentioned. You see a bench, a workbench in the room. You see a couple of other things around there, what appears to be some sort of equipment. And you do see some low lights come on in the room when you open the door. What would you like to do?
If there doesn't appear to be any environmental controls, then I will leave the door open and
Okay. Well,
check the other room.
all right. As you're looking around this room for environmental controls, you see an old fossil fueled engine, a vehicle transmission from an old vehicle, parts to repair maintenance drones, a number of tools, what appears to be an archaic solar powered energy cell. And then on the wall, you see schematics for that Ford F5 dually hanging on the wall. You also find a canister of space patch, emergency sealant foam used to repair hull breaches.
Grabbing that.
And that's a good idea. And you see a set of old keys resting on the workbench with a keychain that has the initials TR on it.
Well, I'll grab the keys.
Okay.
And do I think the room has no oxygen because it's turned off or because there's a leak?
I would say you probably think that the oxygen in this area has been turned off.
Okay. Well, then I will follow orders and check 1A out.
Okay.
Steve, why would there be a vegetable on this old ship?
It's the agricultural deck.
Okay, I guess there could be leaks then.
Yeah.
Boo.
Oh my goodness, it took me a minute to get that one. Oh,
That was bad enough. I'm tempted to call Cameron, and he's at a con right now, but I'm going to interrupt him anyway. That was awful.
yeah, that's so bad. I'm willing. I'm thinking of taking away a luck token. That's horrible. Oh, jeez.
Give him a luck token so you can take it away from him.
Yeah, you get a luck token and immediately lose it.
Ooh.
Would you like me to roll some psychic damage now?
Oh, believe me, you will be. There will be times. Boom, boom. All right. So you're going over to 1A then, correct?
Mm-hmm.
To check it out. There is a door on that. I will say, I'm not even going to make you roll now. You've kind of got the code down to these basic little side rooms. And the door opens up and you see what appears to be a makeshift medical facility.
Hey, Doc.
I have some searching to do, please.
Well, I'll quickly scan for a terminal for environmental controls.
As you are looking around, you see what appears to be a surgical pod, a diagnostic console, which might be able to turn on the air in here. You're not sure. And what appear to be some research notes. And on the floor are some cryotube fragments. And now this is just for turn order. This is not for combat. I've scared people when I've done this in games. So I want everybody to roll for initiative. And then we're just going to see what everybody's doing on, it gives everybody a chance to go.
There's some cryotube fragments. Also roll me initiative. I can see where that would.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair.
Yeah, that's why I did that.
12.
I scared my players last time I was running a game when I was like, there was a lot of crosstalk at the table, and I was like, roll for initiative, and they all were like, oh my God, no.
I got a 5 because that console's really exciting.
Rhonda's at 7.
12.
All right. Anybody beat a 12?
16.
16. All right, Jerry. Jerry, you see the doors open, various things. I'm not going to worry about movement here right now. So, Jerry, what would you like to do?
I'm going to be kind of moving down the hall looking for anything that looks useful and or expensive.
I would say that mechanical repair room that Steve was in, the tools, those work tools, they're antiques by your culture, but they're worth some money. That ancient fossil fuel engine, there are probably a couple of museums that would buy that. That's going to be worth some scratch. So there's a lot of things in that area. And of course, the most valuable salvage you've probably seen is that ancient truck that is sitting right there in the middle. if you'll look at your map right here that I have, next to the number 1, that is the Ford F-15, the Ford F5 dually.
Right.
So
Okay.
those are probably the most expensive items you can find right there.
Nothing immediate that's just pocketable though.
The tools are pocketable. Yeah,
Really?
if
Okay.
you
I'll grab those then.
yeah, boom. You can slip those. Nobody will know that you got those if you want that. The tools are yours, Jerry. All right, Rhonda, you're up next, I believe, on my screen. So, Rhonda, what would you like to do?
Okay. Rhonda's definitely going to be sticking with Steve just to make sure while he's poking around and doesn't run into any problems.
Okay.
She holds it ready and all of that such. And while she's kind of following around and keeping an eye on him, she is definitely throwing suggestions out to her salvagey crew to grab this, grab that, get stuff loaded by the cargo bay doors to get onto the ship, check out that truck, all of the standard. This is what we want to clear out of this place because Helva wants us money. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
her main focus is sticking with Steve while he's poking around.
All right, sounds good. Steve, you're up.
I will check out the diagnostic console and see what I can find.
When you pull up the diagnostic console, you see a holographic image of a, let me see if I can find, of this woman right here. All
What's
right.
with their arm?
Oh, that's a
I
good
can't.
question.
I can't see.
This
like-
is what you see.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
But that is what you see right there. Boom. You see that holographic image? Let me get back up here. You see a holographic image of her pop up. And she says, "My name is Dr. Alora Brandt, and this is my medical log." In her log, she begins to describe her initial confusion, growing understanding, and eventual fascination with the hybrid biomechanical life forms which have been developing throughout the agrideck after the entire ship had passed through some sort of radioactive cloud. You now realize that the ship was disabled when the entire thing passed on its journey to a habitable world through some sort of gigantic radioactive cloud that they couldn't avoid. And she begins to tell you in there that how fascinated she was that the AI on the deck, Root R00T, began transforming all of the life on this deck into biomechanical life forms. Her notes also reveal that she has likely extended her own lifespan using her experimentation. You see a map fragment in there displaying another section of Deck 5 right here, that blank area you see on your screen, and a voice log recording that cryptically mentions her final experiment. So that's what you
That
find
bodes
out.
well. I think we should get salvage out first before we explore more. Because
What was her name?
Dr. Alora Brandt,
Brand.
Brandt.
DT. Got it.
I don't like any of that.
No, it all seems bad.
Yeah. All right, Joe, you were up, my friend.
Yay. Let's see. Let's keep salvaging while everybody's figuring things out because, sure, there's mystery going on. I am not good at mystery. I am good at poking things with a stick.
All right. So what do you want to try and salvage? Do you want to try and salvage something that's already been found, or do you want to try and find something different?
I am just trying to find new and interesting things. I don't think I'm going to do better than the Golden Idol, but we'll see what a 50 can get me.
Okay. Well, I need you to give me, because this is just a regular salvage check, I need a DC 13 wisdom check.
Okay. Crit 21. Well, 19. Crit
My
19.
goodness.
It's
Yeah.
a negative, so it's a 19.
All right. Well, you rolled a 20 on that. With that, I am going to let you roll twice on the salvage chart. So roll me a D100 twice.
Perfect. Got two D100s out.
Nice.
37 and 74.
37. You find a blaster pistol with a flickering emitter. And what was your second roll?
74 and 37.
All right. You find a silver and gold circlet with neural link ports.
Well, let's keep the let's keep the just incredibly rushed decisions. So is that going to require having matching ports, or do you put it on and it gives you the ability of the ports?
No, you would need Neuralink
Okay.
ports installed in your body. Yes. And we're actually working on rules where you can do that. You can upgrade your character. Who cares about leveling up when you can add nice tech to your character?
I'm just glad he doesn't already have them.
We all know Joe's intelligence. He obviously does not have Neuralink ports.
Well, I was say if he did plug it in the computer, maybe it would lower its intelligence and give us a better chance.
Yes, let me go up against the hacker.
Yeah,
It would be the epitome of throwing checkers on the chessboard.
definitely. All right, Dr. Pandora, you are up. What would you like to do now that you know there's a surgical bay?
I'm now trying to operate some kind of tiddlywinks chess hybrid based on what he just said. I'm not 100% certain on the rules for yet. I want to look for stim pack, please. Preferably more than one stim pack, please.
I will say you have found in that medical bay, that emergency medical bay, you found empty stim packs that you think that you could hook into the surgical pod, and it might load. It might load. Roll me a D4 plus 1.
4 total.
That's awesome. If you can make this next roll, you will get 4 fully functional stim packs from the surgical pod. So go ahead. This is going to be a DC 15, though.
Okay. Wisdom.
Yes, it is a wisdom check.
Do I have any kind of advantage because I know the equipment?
Yeah, you're a doc. You're a medic. So yes, you would have advantage on this roll. Yes. Thank you for asking.
You know what? Let's do those 2. One of those is a 15 on the die for a 17.
That is awesome. You were able, you go over there, you're at the terminal, you're like, wait a second, I remember this stuff. And you know what? I think there's enough fluid still running through the surgical bay. You pop in the 4 stim packs, press the keys, push this in, take a little bit of the juice from your own stim packs to do a little DNA splicing, because your stim packs will work over a variety of species. And boom, 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 you see your stim packs load up, and they glow a little bit with that stim pack glow of fresh stim packs.
That
makes you happy.
Can I then walk over and stab Joe with one of them real quick?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
1d4 plus 1.
Total of 4.
There you go. Very good. Very good, Doc.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel much better now. I think I currently have more health than anybody else in the party, and I'm not maxed.
Dr. Pandora looks at you and is like, so that's all of it, right? That's all of it, right?
Yeah.
I looked down at the scrapes on my arms.
Oh.
I'm not fully healed.
Uh-oh. Okay, we'll figure that out later. It's fine.
I'm good. I'm good, though. I still have more health than anybody else in the party, I think.
I'm pretty sure at not quite full, you have more than a couple of us combined, possibly.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Jerry, you are up. What would you like to do, Jerry?
Thinking about that, I think I'd like to see what's down the other corridor.
All right, looking at the map, which corridor you're looking at?
We C2. I'm gonna let everybody know I'm gonna open that up.
All right. So
and
you're
unless
going
anybody
to...
yells aggressively, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button.
All right. Now you are going to have to, because you don't have the codes for these, so you're going to have to give me an intelligence check to open up that door.
All right.
And Derek, where are we on our...
We are counting down. We're counting down. You got 3 minutes.
Reggie.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Then we want to instead... Well, no, let's open this up and see what if that has any stuff there. I'm going to go ahead and roll for this. I don't think the expert knowledge salvage is going to apply here, most likely.
No.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
That'll work also.
Okay. I think right now might be a good time to take a break, because you just opened up a depressurized corridor that has been hit multiple times with micrometeor fragments, and air is whooshing from where you're at. Well, there's no real air where you're at, but in opening this up, you have just pretty much opened it up into space, into the vacuum of space. So now everything is being sucked into this corridor.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, Jerry is here to make problems.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Joe's here to make problems. We can't have 2 of you.
They make
I
different sorts of
took
problems.
I took that lead as being the one to make problems very quickly.
Yeah.
I expect nothing less. Derek, tell the fine folks a little more about DarkSpace and where they can find you guys online, especially because I know I'm fairly confident, at least, that at least part one of this will go out before the Kickstarter finishes.
Yes. My name's Derek White. We have made DarkSpace. It is a sci-fi role-playing game based off the Shadow Dark rule set. We self-published this back in January of this year, 2025, and we sold within the first 9 months over 1,000 copies. And the response was so great. My friend and I, Dan Gibson, he's my co-author, we decided to launch a Kickstarter, which it is available on Kickstarter right now. We're blasting through stretch goals. We've got amazing stretch goals that are there, and you can find it just by looking on Kickstarter for DarkSpace. It is based off the award-winning Shadow Dark rule set. We are the most popular selling sci-fi rule set for Shadow Dark. So please go by there. If you want to go to our website, you can find us there at dmingtheworld.com. That's dmingtheworld.com. DarkSpace, our original core rules, are also available right now for purchase through Drive-Thru RPG or on our DMing the World website. You can also purchase Void Echoes, where this adventure you're listening to right now is available on dmingtheworld.com or on Drive-Thru RPG. They are available on print on demand, but our expanded rules are going to be great. It's going to have over 200 pages. We've got wonderful artwork. We've got various creators making legendary monsters for us. We're partnering with Black Oak Workshop. All kinds of amazing things. We've got some dice that are going to be cool, full dice sets that we're getting made. So yeah, back us, DarkSpace, Kickstarter, right now. I believe we're ending on December the 9th.
Excellent. And as always, links in the description down below. So we'll say a real quick goodbye before we say a real quick hello again. Greg, I'm reading the things off of Zoom by accident. Greg, say bye to the nice people.
Oh, yo.
Rant.
Yep. Goodbye.
Justin.
Sayonara.
Shanna.
Goodbye to the nice people.
And Derek.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye, adieu to you, and you, and you, and you.
And as always, thank you so much for listening. More information, cityonthehillgaming.com. And we'll see you guys real soon. Thanks for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. If you want to find out more, visit us online at cityonthehillgaming.com or by sending us an email at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com. Or check the link in the description to join our Discord. Thanks as always to our Patreon backers, Christina, Joanne, Tony, Bryan, Andrew, Sir Lord Epicname, and Grizzly Rich. And as always, thanks for listening, and have a blessed day. Okay, freaked out for a second. Start recording. Character sheet, dice, OBS, Zoom.
Nice. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're putting your character names in there. Yes.
Change that. Sorry, that's for a different game.
I'm going to forget to remove this. I'm going to get some questions in my next Zoom call, but that's fine.
And Shanna, I will tell you, Rhonda is my favorite NPC.
Oh, fun.
So I'm
Hopefully
just
we
saying,
can-
it's the GM's favorite PC that we pre-generated, that I pre-generated stuff. So you're good.
If everyone
You're
else
good.
dies, you won't die.
Yeah, Rhonda's good.
So does this mean Rhonda's kind of in charge?
He's
That's
the commander.
that is actually, yes.
So are we Rhonda's roughnecks?
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, you're making me happy. No, because here's the thing. You're going to get a lot of background for this adventure. This is my first published adventure, right? So, one of the things when we were developing DarkSpace, I was very insistent that one of the backgrounds we put in was roughneck. That's because my father was a pipeliner. Now, later in life, he became a house painter and a roofer and all of that. But pipelining was his life for a very long time, and he loved pipelining. I mean, he had framed in his bedroom a picture of a letter that he had written to a pipeline magazine about a particular product, and they published his letter in an ad for that product. And so my dad was a pipeliner. I lived in West Texas when I was little. I was around a lot of roughnecks growing up. And so roughnecks are, I am a redneck geek at heart, and so Rhonda's Roughnecks. I love it. That just makes me so happy.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not going to go into the GM.
All right. So who said Rhonda's Roughnecks?
Greg.
Okay, Greg. Joe, you're going to start off the game with a luck token. We'll get into some of the rules. Okay, cool.
Justin.
Okay.
Okay.
What is that?
There was an and then he disappeared. I don't know if that was the sound check or something went wrong. Okay, now he's back.
Yep. I figured I'd grab something to read.
There we go. Yeah, do your thing.
But these things are way too strong to be used. No one considers them food. Is this the secret chef Takada has been desperately trying to steal from you? There.
What is that?
Comic Ghost Pepper. I bought it because it's about the apocalypse and someone has a food cart and at least one of those things.
Apocalypse. Okay. Yeah, all right. No, I like that. Greg, sound check.
Sorry about that.
Did we lose Greg?
No, I'm here. I was just dropping stuff and Mike wasn't picking that up, which is probably good.
Touche.
Do monsters exist? For centuries, man has passed down stories about strange, unknown creatures inhabiting forests, lakes, and oceans of North America. Witnesses have come forth to sign sworn testimonies to the truth of their reports. Films have been offered to authorities as the real thing, and yet no carcasses or live specimens have been found. For the search of proof continues.
Very nice. And I realized I did not warn Shanna ahead of time about this. Technically, for sound check, sometimes people read stuff, sometimes people don't. Your call. I'll have Grant go next.
10,000 years of organized warfare have culminated in that fabrication of arms and armor of mobility and strength called the battle mech.
It really sounded like you were doing one of those like weird World War II propaganda movie intros.
Well, I mean, that's kind of what Mech Warrior's back cover is, in a way.
I love it. That's great. Huge fan.
But yeah, I figured since we were doing something very OSR-y, I'd pull a very old game off the
I
shelf.
like that. Derek.
Throw it off.
After centuries of relentless warfare, Earth was decimated and uninhabitable. In humanity's final effort to survive, the city ship War Done was launched.
Lovely. Shanna.
The future holds limitless promise, and pulp science is the means by which that promise will be realized. Inventors' workshops are littered with prototypes for space rockets, flying cars, healing energon rays, and giant attack robots. But not all inventors work for the forces of freedom and liberty. Sinister secret societies and tyrant nations have scientists of their own, and their death lasers and negabombs are also in production. Science is both promising and threatening.
What is that from?
D20 Modern Past Supplement.
Very nice.
For their Pulp Fiction section.
And my sound check has been doing your sound checks. Sound check. All right, so we'll do a quick intro and then we'll turn it over to Derek.